And welcome back to Sunday Live. She's another hot one today. We've got more rain coming all week, it looks like, so going to be kind of interesting to see what happens. But we do have, I think we got only two loads down here so far. I haven't been able to touch them, and I've got another probably three up on the hill. Had a pretty good week this week. Had to help all week. My cameras are going off here from me pulling in. Yeah. What else do we got going on? We've got the bunker all cleaned out. We'll go over and take a look at that in a minute. Kind of go over what I think I want to do with it. We finally started the bin, the third bin, with what was left from the wood bunker. Trying to think. This week we basically cut all week. I had my neighbor. He was off this week, so we had one little tree job, which was a freebie for the homeowner, for letting me use the road to get up to the woods my family owns. So we got that done. I've just got a little trail for them that I've got to just brush out and take a couple trees out there. But yeah, for the most part, I think we did a pretty good number on the trees. A little bit harder to find what we're looking for size. That was more of the pain, just because we're basically in between 12 and 16 inches. So, you know, there's a whole lot of growth up there. That property hasn't been really touched by a chainsaw in, I don't think, maybe 10, 15 years or so. So, and then when you get into the decent size, you got to make sure that it's not oak. That's been kind of the pain. There's more oak up there than I was originally thinking. I thought it was mostly ash, maple, and cherry, and I have taken down a couple of oaks that I thought were hard maple or something like that. So I'm starting to get used to the bark, just because oaks for me have been usually like yard trees. You know, when you've got one stem up, you can see the leaves. You know, obviously with the mature oak versus a 12 to 16, there's definitely a distinction in bark and whatnot. So that's kind of been a little bit of challenge, because we're dealing with, you know, 60, 80 foot trees, and between the cherries, the ashes, the maples, you get up into that canopy, you can have clusters up in there. So it's kind of hard to pick them out. But I've definitely noticed that there's a greener hue on the oaks, at least up there, the younger ones. Velcro, what's going on, brother man? How you been? So yeah, we got another scorcher today. We're 83 degrees. Humidity actually feels better though. So, but I see the shorts in that last video are really picking up. I think when I left this morning, that little video, Timber Teamwork or something like that, vidIQ put the title as, I think it was at 76 views, and then when I ended up getting home, it was up over 200. So that's pretty awesome. The Rando, something like that. Randos. Can you mod me? Not sure, bub. First time seeing you here. How you doing? That usually means you're gonna leave quick. So, doing good. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Oh, so what's Velcro been up to lately? Anything? You feeling any better, Bubba? Lion, what's up? Fishing. I just got my fishing license today. Hopefully I can go out with the boy and we can go do some fishing. That's one thing that I neglected last year for sure. Watching the world from a window. Yeah. Levi. I love you, dude. You have a great day. You have a great day too, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. Great to see you. Yeah, we're gonna go out and do some fishing. He got spoiled there 2 years ago. We've got a little river right next to our place, and trout's pretty good, but they're small, you know, little brook trout and whatnot. But they're good eating the way they are. And I ended up bringing them down the road. We got a pretty good pond, and he ended up catching a largemouth, and it was, I don't know, 12, 14 inch, but that's the biggest fish that he's caught so far. So now whenever we go fishing, that's exactly where he wants to go. He doesn't want to go nowhere else. But yeah, one of them deals. The reason I asked to be a mod, because I've never been a mod before. Well, you got to be around, buddy. You got to be around. My mods are my trusted boys from, I've got a couple different channels. So people that have been with me for a while, obviously know how I mod, know what I'm looking for and what I'm not looking for, you know. But no, I don't just kind of throw them out just because it's, I don't know, it's not really a privilege thing. It's more they know what I'm looking for, you know. With this being your first, or at least my first time seeing you in here, you don't really know how the channel goes as far as that goes. So, but you stick around a little while and we'll see what happens. What has been the biggest fish you have ever caught? I'm not going to give you a fishing story, that's for sure. Probably just a largemouth. I'd say 18 to 20, something like that. Hey, how do you get your beard so straight? I comb mine, but I never get it straight. Probably the fact that I never comb mine, and I don't really look at myself very often. Except for Sunday live streams. Here I am looking myself in the eyes trying to read these comments. So, no clue. To be honest with you, I don't know. No. Maybe you comb it too much. I don't know. I just let her go. Lots of sun. Lots of sun. I don't know. I don't take care of it very good. I just trim around the mouth a little bit. That way it don't get in my food, you know. That's all I care about. Yeah, mine just goes everywhere. So I got to keep it down. Oh, yeah. No, if it was more of a problem for me, I wouldn't have it. But to be honest with you, it keeps me warmer in the winter, and surprisingly, it does something in the summer. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the bugs or whatnot. Like everybody talks about getting bugs in your beard and stuff like that, but the only thing that really gets in my beard is saw chips. So I'm sub because you're amazing. Well, thank you, man. I don't know about that, but I'm here. Yeah, I'm a sub too, just because you seem chill. Well, pretty chill, man. I don't know. I try to have chill live streams on Sundays. You know, this is my day of rest, so I come in and try to meet everybody and see if I can answer any questions, or, you know, talk about topics that y'all want to talk about. And that's basically what Sundays are for me. Today I get to sit in the AC instead of the old dump truck. Don't make it weird. Yeah. Nah, but we're an outdoor channel, obviously by the title, but firewood probably primarily. Logging comes with the territory. By the looks of this place, need to get brush hogging, but I'll probably just take it down with a bucket until I get a grapple and I can pick up a lot of the trash that's in the tall grass. I really can't do too much brush hogging because I've got some big tree tops in here. But for those of you that obviously have been here in the past, there's our seasoned firewood there. What do we got? So how's the new deer working out for you? It's working good. She's not as new looking as she was. I ended up bending up the hydraulic tubes down the loader there the other day on the dump truck. I was dumping logs in. I ended up getting one of the stakes. I think I only bent one or two, but I've got some pretty good scratches up the hood now. Just, it's in the woods. I just made my first tractor payment yesterday on it though, so. What state you at? I am up in the just about most northern part of New York. There is. Up in the country. About 20 minutes from Montreal and 15-20 minutes from Vermont. See how this thing is doing. Got my old charging box in here. We're at 40% good. We were at 5 when we started, so that's good. Burning in Texas, eh? Yeah, we're not too far off as far as weather. I'll tell you that. This has been one heck of a summer. I mean, we've been 90s with like ungodly amount of moisture in the air. It's been so stinking humid here. Just checked out your channel. It's something. I definitely I don't know, the more I start to analysis, the more I start to analyze my channel versus the people I watch, it's hard. I really don't like. A lot of people have B-roll as their work. For instance, I watch every single video that Outdoors with the Morgans put out, at least up till late. And he starts out with a little bit of working with some music. He gets into a topic. They talk about the topic. He gets into a little bit more work and what he's doing, and then he goes back to talking a little bit. I haven't got that figured out yet. This is my job. I started working for myself last year, climbing trees, doing fall jobs, that type of thing. And then last winter, when that kind of dried up, just because the winter happened, I ended up buying a firewood processor, and that's kind of taking control of what is going on, at least for the content and whatnot, because the tree jobs is really hard for me, especially because I'm on somebody else's time to record. So I don't have that in me to stop what I'm doing, fix a camera. And then the other thing is, you're on somebody's private property, especially up here in the woods, and a lot of people, they live off the road and off the beaten trail because they want to be private. So I'm not going to go out and ask them if it's all right for me to record, even if it was all right, because generally I want to get the job done and done as fast as I can. The amount of people that I've done work for, and they give me a tip, or they say, I just want to thank you for not being on your phone all day. The amount of times that I have been in that situation where they were more excited to get the job done and that I wasn't screwing off on my phone is incredible. So, you know, I bring a camera into them situations, um, and you know, you kind of lose that, and it's it's sad. It's really sad. Like I've worked with a lot of people. I've been around a lot of people, especially with the state, even logging, and the people that would just be doing nothing but playing on their phone, you know, in the middle of the job. It's sickening. So that's one thing that I kind of pride myself on. Um, you know, working for myself, even I'm worse. I just noticed this the other day. Um, I struggle with drinking enough during the day, and it's sickening to me, but I will be so freaking thirsty, and I will make it a chore for me to get a drink, even if it's right here next to me. And I say in my head, you go get one more hitch, you get it out to the landing, then you take a drink. I don't know what it is. Something goes in my mind where when I'm focused on getting something done, nothing can really bother me with that. And that's one thing that I've even noticed with my family and my wife that is a burden. And it's a blessing when it comes to the phone and working and whatnot. But man, I get tunnel vision too much with a family. Like if I'm working on the house or if I'm doing something with the kids, and I just have, you know, that end in sight that I want to get this done before anything else happens. And I don't know. I'm praying about it. I'm hoping the good Lord can help me try to get out of that narrow-minded way, because I like I said, I even notice it when I'm drinking now. I'm giving myself an ultimatum. You go and get this done, or you waste 5 seconds to take a drink. So that's a struggle I have. Um, uh, you have different logos on shirts. I made one. I made one of. Actually, we can get out of this freaking idling thing now that we're batteries up a little bit better. Oh, I made one of Old Blue here. Oh, it's the Old Blue dump truck I got in my uncle's field. It was sitting in there for about 10 years or so. And that is all that bonfire, at least that I know, unless maybe I start selling things. Maybe then they'll give me more design options. But it looks like you can only have one design, and that's it. So I basically put that on there. And as the time goes on, I kind of wanted to have an original. And then, like, you know, we're starting to work on this. Where are you? This headlight here, wherever the heck it is, over here. We're starting to clean up the truck. I got it all buffed up and polished up and this, that, and the other thing. But as the time goes on and I put a little bit more money into it, I want to come out with a revamped. So you'll have the kind of the original start of when we started doing deliveries and everything else. And then I was hoping that in the future the truck would have, you know, look a lot better. But right now it's costing me about $5,000 a year just to insure this stupid thing. So after 2 to 4 years, I could be looking at another one. Just thinking that I might have $20,000 in that truck in 3 years from now, just strictly on insurance. So that's what the holdup is on the logos as far as that goes. I wanted to make a nice one with the 500i, nice one with 372, with a tractor, with a processor, and kind of have, you know, my own little spin on it. But like I said, the bonfire t-shirt maker or whatever the heck it was, I can't figure out the website enough to figure out if you can do more. Yeah, man, I have my own channel. It's pretty hard. It's something, especially trying to follow everybody as far as keeping updated with everything. Agreed. If you don't Make a bit more than what you're losing. It don't make sense. Exactly. Could get a GoPro. I have GoPros. That's what I use. That way you just get what's in front of you. Yeah. That's just good work ethic. Is all. Yeah, it's something. But this is. I don't think anybody's seen this. Not in a while. This is empty now. We got our last delivery out one day this week, and we are completely out. So this week I've got to go through here and shovel all this garbage up in all the corners. But this is the old foundation slash wood bunker, we call it. But like all of my hydraulic oil, my bin, my tools, little parts like that is going to end up going in here. And I'm going to be putting a roof up here with a door. That way I can keep my saw stuff in here. Right now I just got the four-wheeler just because I drove the tractor home. I came here with a four-wheeler, drove the tractor home, and now when I bring the tractor down and I want to leave that, I can take the four-wheeler back home and have the tractor and dump truck here. So kind of a pain in the butt being that far away, but in the same respect, it could be further. So this is the Eco Pro. This is what we make all the firewood with. And we've got a little clean out area now. Back where that old cherry tree was here. Just drive in, grab all this crap, dump it wherever, and we got our chip pile that's started. Give the new people a little bit. There's our pigs. Pigs are just the basically the ends that are shorter than 16 inch. That's what we basically cut. Basically, that's all anybody gets around here. I have had a couple orders for 24 inch, but the back side, obviously, this is pretty much all of our, whatever the heck you want to call it. Just like, I really wish I didn't wear Crocs today. See how muddy this crap is in here. Fire starter stuff, you know. But these are the starts of the wood bins. So like I said, I just got started with the firewood basically January, February-ish. Had a bin blowout there. And you can see all these guys in here. These are basically all popples that are already starting to try to pop up. And we got this one that we've been picking out of. This was the first one to have a blowout on us. So hopefully this week I got another 8 cord coming out of this. And then this is basically the start of a new bin. But you can see how before the grizzly bars, how nasty this stuff was. And it was just sitting at the bottom. So we've got another torrential rain week coming. Tomorrow's supposed to be 80, possible thunderstorms, and then Monday through Sunday is more rain. So I plan on leaving this open and letting the rain kind of clean it up. Everything will basically wash up and out of there. But that's kind of sort of what we got going on. I think I've just got 2 loads down here this week. I think Monday and Wednesday. I ended up delivering a couple poles here, a couple poles beside the dump truck there, which I think you guys seen on that last video. The dumping the poles off over there. So no, but we got, like I said, I think 2 or 3 deliveries tomorrow with Blue, and then Then I'll be chasing the rain whatever days we can get in here. But like I said, I mean, this is was all nice material in here, but it's been freaking crappy. Really, that's all that I could say about it. If it ain't raining, it's 90. Put this back on there. But yeah, that's basically what we got going on. This is just the firewood yard. I started logging this last September, October. This piece here is 20 acres. I've got 40 acres up above that's landlocked. I can use an adjacent property in the wintertime and get up there. This winter we didn't have enough of a winter to bother with it. And then directly behind me is another 30 or 40 acres. That's all mature hardwood specifically. But then you start getting into telephone poles up at the top. So we'll see. I've got to try to work with DEC on that because there's a river in between. So now that I've got a bigger tractor, bigger operation, I don't think it'll be as easy as it was just with the Farmy winch and the little tractor before, because I've already gotten permission with that for limited crossings on the river. But now that I'm going to want to put a tractor and a dump truck across to load the dump truck, it's not going to be the same. So we'll have to see what happens. And really, I need to figure out a better way to get logs down here. The dump truck holds quite a load on it. Probably I would say 2 to 3 tables per load if I freight it. It's just a lot of work getting it from where it is to where it needs to be. So we'll see. I was thinking maybe I'll bring down 5 and then get somebody to bring in a load and just keep doing that. Every time I get 5 loads for myself, I'll order a load from a logging outfit. But it's kind of a hard pill to swallow when they're looking for $150 a cord. As far as the logs go, that's basically cutting my profits in half. It doesn't take me all that long to make a load with a dump truck, so I don't know. If I was getting more for the wood, it would be easier, because the green wood, if I'm giving $150 to the loggers for the logs and I'm getting $240 for the green wood, that's $90, right? Which isn't horrible, but you got to figure, I guess we'll see. I know the logs that came from John, they were big. So the biggest problem is you don't know what size you're going to get. Generally, you can work with them. It's just a hard pill to swallow nonetheless. Keep up the good work. Thank you, brother. I will. I'll do it as long as I need to, right? And if it doesn't work out, I'll be working for somebody else. So that's why I bust my hump the way I do. That way I don't have to do that again. I never had a problem logging. I absolutely loved it when I was logging for my previous employer, but being away from the kids as long as I was and being that far away if an emergency happened was too much for me to bear. So but yeah, I want to get a stump grinder in here at some point. But that's another one of them things, I think they're $500 for 4 hours, and I could eat up all 4 hours, no time here, with the amount of stumps we've got for this little 3 acres, 4 acres that I'm using to store the wood on. So we will see what happens. But let's see. How do I get the freaking comments to come back up? Top messages. Show every message. Yep. Boom, we got it. Shoot, where did it go? Can you sub to my channel? Yeah, I'll check out your channel, Bubba. If it's something that I'm interested in, I'll definitely sub. I don't have any problems with that at all. I sub to a lot of my subs, actually. I mean, the ones that have channels, you know. A lot of them are firewooders or loggers or something forestry related, gun channels. I've got a lot of subscriptions to the firearms community. But yeah, I'll take a look at it. What else we got? We got any more questions, or is today going to be a light one? I could deal with a light one. Freaking go home and R&R. I had to move out a neighbor yesterday. That was rough. I wish I could freaking see. I used to be able to see participants here. Start a poll. No. Highlights saved. Unlisted video. Up to 5 minutes. I don't understand how to do that. Huh? Oh boy, we're messing with filters now. I don't want that. Huh. You used to be able to see. Like right now it says 3 people are in here. Be touch it. No. Huh. Well, nonetheless, I don't really know. Kind of at a loss. Like I said, I wanna set up a plan for this week. I know I've got probably 3 videos on the GoPros. I don't know. I haven't looked at them just even start editing yet, but I got a whole pile of content on them. We're gonna see how much we can actually get for content. I have a bad feeling that a lot of it's gonna be deleted parts and whatnot, just because the cuttings, we definitely did a lot of cutting, but there was a lot of downtimes, a lot of snags and hang-ups. We're working pretty deep in the woods where we're cutting this week, so we had a lot of limb lock stuff, just pain in the butt wood. So we will see. Upcoming week, I definitely want to get started working on that little shop here. Try to get a roof over it, get my hydraulic oil in, my tools, stuff like that. That way when I have breakdowns, when I have just little odds and ends that happen here primarily, I'll be able to get it worked on and get it back to working, instead of having to trailer it out of here, or do something like that. I've also got wheel seals coming for the dump truck, because I'm adding a lot of brake fluid to that thing. It's because both rear wheel seals are leaking. It's got 4 of them, but I know that 2 are leaking at the least, so we've got that to do. Yeah, that's about really it. It's been kind of keep my head above water type of week. We had two deliveries. We made good money, but we spent a lot. We spent a lot of money this week. Um, I may have spent more. I just went on to an auction and I bid on IBC totes. They had 6 of them, so I've got quite a few bids. I went up to 50 or $60 on each of them. I bid on a 5x8 trailer, a 78-inch skeleton bucket, a bunch of just miscellaneous stuff like that. So we'll see. Be really nice to get some more IBC totes. That way I can store my red oak different spots, be able to just move it and dump it in the dump truck when I need it. But we'll see. That and the actual the bladders inside them totes, I want to take and look at them. Actually, you know what? We can go take a walk and look at that real quick. The discharge on the processor. I want to see if I can get a tote underneath it because it's right over the rear wheel. I like the idea. Let me see. So this is what we've got. I'm gonna see with this out of the way. So this would be where the tote would sit here. Maybe if I dig this out, but I hate to make it float, you know. Be nice if I cut this off, this bit that lets it drop down on the wheel. That's the biggest thing, is once this gets heaped up too big, it just sits in here and it starts going underneath the machine and whatnot, and that creates a problem just in general. So I want to get an IBC tote bladder basically put down in here. I think that's what we'll do. Maybe we'll use maybe the piece that we cut out of the tote, I can actually stick underneath here. That way it kind of ramps into it. And, you know, that might be the ticket. There's a video for you, equipment maintenance. I actually have had a pile of them. It's just kind of one of them rough topic things, you know. I don't know. Like, I think I've done one on this processor. You know, every time that I run the thing after it's been sitting, you can kind of see how the chain's already rusted. So I've got spray. I spray all the chains down. I grease everything up. You know, do that type of thing. I'll do it, but I just have a hard time believing more people would watch something like that than what I normally put out. And what I normally put out doesn't get all that much views, so it's kind of hard. But no, I'll do it. The tractor's gonna need a service in, I probably ought to look at the manual. It's either gonna need a service this week or a couple weeks from now, I would say. But yeah, I've got to get all this just garbage out of here. I had a whole pile of what do you call it, groundhogs or whatever the heck you want to call it in here. But yeah, now that all the crap is actually cleaned out, it's not all that big. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 12 by Yeah, 12 by 12. So it's not big at all, but like I said, I envision my chain grinder there or something like that. Put my chain grinder in here, get all 20 something of my chains for the processor on the wall. Make a hydraulic shelf or something like that. That way I've got all my hydraulic fluids and engine oils and filters and everything else. Something that I can walk in. And I want to get a solar array or something like that, because I've got, I don't know, 8-10 batteries that are great batteries. But if I can keep them going with the solar and have an inverter, or get a Jackery box or an Eco Pro or whatever the heck you want, an Eco Flow, something like that. And then I actually do have, right in between and back of the IBC tote there, you can kind of see the low area. There's actually a river that runs. So you guys know, when we were skidding up above, there's a stream that runs down through there. So I was thinking about getting some black pipe, running it up the hill, and have it come downhill and basically gravity flow water in there. That way I'd have water too. So I'm not sure what we're gonna all do with it, but we're gonna make it somewhat usable, that's for dang sure. This is the first load we brought down. So there's definitely all of 2 to 3 tables here. But I mean, if I could bring down loads like this, you know, a couple times a week, that would be perfect. That load over there is a lot more of lot bigger stuff, and it's got the old dog legs in it, so it didn't stack as well. And that one's also the one that I bent the hydraulic tubes on the loader on. So it's one of them deals. You know, and it's even like Velcro, you're saying with the maintenance, you know, I think that day of maintenance that I had on that, it's freaking hot in here. That day of maintenance that we had on the conveyor, when I had to do all that welding, which I've got to do more welding to that thing. I broke the tongue on it. I think that video flopped pretty bad till I started getting a little creative with a thumbnail and the title. But no, I've got no problems at all doing maintenance. You know, I just did the big hydraulic install on the tractor, adding the rear remotes to it, which was not what I ordered. I just spoke to John Deere Tuesday. They're trying to figure out what exactly they did to me, but I'm pretty sure I know. Either way, I never ordered the tractor with rear remotes. I've got them now, and I thought that they were having me pump into the Power and Beyond side of the hydraulic system and run the hard lines up to the third function valve, and from there they were running back to a rear SCV. That way I'd have, you know, if I wanted to do a hydraulic third link, or my snow blower for the back of the tractor, if I wanted to, say, put that to hydraulics, that way the chute would go wherever I want it to go, or change the deflection, that type of thing. But no, they ordered me an SCV kit for the rear for $2,200 and a third function kit on the loader, but the third function kit can't go to run my grapple right now. I've got to get lines made from the loader arm to the rear SCVs. So like I said, what they were supposed to do was order me the valve body to go on the back of the loader to plumb in, and they ended up ordering me the wrong kit, and I didn't realize it till I already put it all on the tractor, which is what it is. So they called me back and they apologized, and well, if you want to take it all back off and bring it back, we can resell it, and we'll get you. And it's like, no, that took me a long time, get all them hard lines freaking routed just right, and then all the bracketry that you got to put up through there. And I was like, no, I'll keep it, just get me soft lines to go from the remote SCVs in the rear up to the loader frame. So they're working on that. They said they have another 4,000 John Deere going out within the next couple weeks. So they'll route that one the way I want mine route. And then I'll go over there, pick up the lines. Like I said, I haven't got a grapple or anything yet. I just wanted to buy once, cry once. And I learned that from the Polaris Ranger we had. Instead of ordering that Ranger with all the accessories I wanted at the discount through Polaris, I bought the machine and then got all the accessories afterward, and it just got crazy. It got crazy. So I figured I'd do it right this time. John Deere would know exactly what I needed, but they don't deal with 4 Series grapples very often, so ended up being one of them deals, which is no big deal. No big deal. Like I said, now I've got rear remotes, so in the odd chance I buy a 3-point attachment and it's got hydraulic lines, if I wanted to, like I said, put a hydraulic chute on my snowblower, or if I wanted to convert my rear blade to a hydraulic rear blade, that way I could adjust where it is instead of getting off, pull the pin, redirect it, drop the pin back down. I can do that, so I don't have a problem with it. But no, maintenance comes kind of daily here. It's a hard thing to not record because I do it every day. Like greasing. I grease every day, and when I don't grease, it's just one of them things. I wouldn't mind doing maybe a grease job or something like that. Maybe as some B-roll or something, but it's more of the remembering to do it type of situation. I put my socks on, I put my pants on in the morning, brush my teeth, and I don't record that stuff. So that's kind of when I get to work. What I do, kind of like fueling up the tractors and whatnot. I don't show too much of that, I don't think so, but we absolutely can. Then the harder part for me is when I do get a good video that I feel is good. I need to learn how to edit it, kind of like if you remember back when I was logging Velcro, you said that was one of my best videos, and I actually watched it quite recently. I think it was a day in the life of a logger. I don't know how I did that. I don't know how I did it. I've tried to duplicate that a couple of times, where I was driving down the road, then driving down the skid road, pushing out the truck, pushing the truck back to the landing, going in, getting logs, moving logs, and kind of doing. I don't know how to portray a story like that in a video, so I've got to do some learning. It's the fun part. That's the fun part of YouTube, is trying to do that. The biggest issue that I'm having with it is I'm recording on the daily, and then when I get to the editing stage, I either didn't record something, or I need to record something in order to make it flow, and I'm out of time. So that's my biggest issue right now, is just the time. I need to like tonight, instead of going home and trying to make sure that the business side and everything else is good, if I went home, sat down on the computer, which I don't want to do at all, but and started editing and got the first 5 minutes, 10 minutes done, and then went out tomorrow and tried to fill in some of the gap. That might be what YouTubers do, and I'm not there. But and maybe it's just laziness on my part. But maybe that's what I'll try to do. I feel like I need to pump out some content. That way I can have a little bit of breathing room and focus on the content that I'm making again, you know? Because right now, like I said, I might have 3 videos ready. But I don't have anything edited. So if I'm gonna want a Tuesday, Wednesday upload this week, I'm gonna need to get cracking on something, and the timing is just what's killing me. It'd be nice to have a couple videos ahead and then be able to breathe and not take that time to breathe, and then, you know, have a video that needs to come out. I'm cracking under the pressure when it comes on the YouTube side. That's what I'm doing. YouTube is the least priority thing that I have in my life, I guess. Which it doesn't bother me huge, but I would love to be able to make better content or figure out a better what do they call that? I don't want a scripted video, but I'd rather have a nice thing to follow, more or less. You know, figure out exactly how to make it look, sound, and be palatable. That way people don't just watch 6 minutes of the video, they watch 15. You know, that's what I'm more or less looking for. I just haven't found it. So, but even that video that you came out on and said that was your best video so far, even that video has got low retention. I think that video has got maybe 5 minutes average view duration. So that really didn't stick with me. I liked it myself after I watched what I had did. That was one of the few videos that I could say, hey, I kind of enjoyed that. But it's hard. It's hard to go through the analytics. It's nicer to hear that it was a decent video, or I liked a certain part of the video, and maybe not so much of this or not so much of that, you know. But we should have her dialed in. We should have her dialed in soon. I don't know. You know, I do this every day for a living, or at least I try when we're not rained out. But yeah, I don't know. We'll get it. I think we'll wrap her up there, guys. We're gonna be at an hour. Holy cow! 24 new people, or 24 people watching. It's actually coming up 27 now for some reason. Either way, guys, thank you to all the new subscribers. We got the Randos, Shadow 729, Velcro Lion, Levi. Wow, that's all we had in here for chatter. That's pretty freaking good, though. They kept the video going. Velcro, thanks again, buddy. I so much want to get on and chat with you one of these freaking days when I get some time. Yeah, I forgot all about that other channel already. But nonetheless, guys, God bless y'all. Thank y'all for hitting that thumbs up button, coming in and listening to the blabble there for a little while. We'll see you this week with another video. I'll try to pop out a couple more shorts, and see you hopefully next Sunday, Lord willing. God bless y'all.